Start the webinar. Okay, now it's broadcasting to all attendees. So I'm going to begin with a few housekeeping things and then turn it over to you. Alrighty?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so welcome to the virtual college exploration. We appreciate you all attending this session. This session will, of course, assist students with understanding with international students understanding how to be admitted. So for students, if you're wondering how to ask questions, there is a Q&A button located at the bottom or the top of your screen, and it looks like this. You can type in your questions to the presenters at any time. Currently, your microphone and camera are muted and off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. But again, you can type questions to them if you have any questions. Remember that there are numerous sessions after this one. So if you're interested in attending additional sessions, check out the schedule at CACRAO.org. And also a recording will be available to you. All sessions are being recorded and you can go to CACRAO.org for additional information. All right, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our panelists and I will turn my video off.
Thank you so much. And then let me share my screen. Okay. Oh, okay, I better go back to the. Okay. So hello, everyone. My name is Jung Pao. I'm the Director of International Admissions and Recruitment at NC State. Today, I'm joined by a colleague from UNC Charlotte, Maria Thompson, and then Carol from UNC Greensboro was supposed to be here, but unfortunately for personal reason, she's not able to come, but Maria will, present for her. So I'm sure that Maria will do a great job. So you'll learn more about, UNC Greensboro as well. Okay, so today my intention today is to go over, City of Raleigh and North Carolina State University and the international admissions process for international transfer students. And then I'll briefly touch on, changes in admissions caused by COVID-19 during this cycle. So this is a picture of Raleigh. I just want to show you a nice picture of Raleigh so you can see in case you're not able to visit our campus before you apply. And then NC State is located about 3-4 miles away from downtown Raleigh. On the front side of the picture is part of our Centennial Campus, which I'll speak about in a few slides. And then beyond that is a picture of downtown Raleigh you just saw. So where NC State has great rankings, Raleigh also, and the Raleigh, was selected the #1 best city for jobs in 2020 in the US, best big city to live in, and also top 3 best place for business and careers. As you can see that there are a lot of opportunities in the city of Raleigh. And in terms of location, I'm sure that most of you are familiar with where we are, but we are somewhere between DC and Atlanta. It's about an hour flight to DC and then 2-hour flight to Boston. So it's pretty convenient for our students to go, to big cities to visit and sightsee and all that. One thing that I love about Raleigh is its mild weather. So as you can see, over 200 days, sunny days, and then it rarely snows. And if it does, it doesn't last long. And then average high is 22 degrees Celsius, and then 10 average low is 10 degrees Celsius. So you can see that it's pretty mild in terms of weather. Okay, so this is a picture of our Centennial Campus. Our Centennial Campus is primarily the research campus, and then it's a home to our College of Engineering and College of Textiles. So our College of Engineering is one of the largest engineering programs in the US and also one of the most competitive engineering programs. Our Textiles College is the only textile college entirely devoted to textiles in the US, and also is recognized as #1 textile institution in the US. And what's very unique about Centennial Campus is that it's home to over 100 government agencies and businesses. That means that our students do not have to go off campus for internship opportunities or co-opportunities or job opportunities because they are conveniently located on our Centennial Campus. And our NC State is made up of actually 3 different campuses. It's about 1 mile away from each other. And there are free buses that run every 15 minutes. So you can get there without having to have a car. Okay, this is our main campus. This is the campus most likely you will spend, a lot of time, taking courses, or, maybe you meet with the friends there, and then you go to meetings there. Also, the picture shows, our Tele-Student Union. This is like a central student hub where students, go and, eat food or meet with friends. And there are also different resources such as Women's Center or Multicultural Student Affairs. And again, couple of different rankings here. We are top 10 in undergraduate entrepreneurship nationally. So we put a lot of emphasis on entrepreneurship. Students can get involved in many different ways. Also, our business administration and then computer science programs have entrepreneurship tracks as well. And we are top 13 nationally in graduates hired by the top 25 companies in Silicon Valley. Of course, there are a lot of opportunities near, our campus in North Carolina, but some of our students do choose to go far. And then, a lot of students actually working in Silicon Valley. So over 400 employers also visit NC State each year, and those companies include Amazon, Cisco, Deloitte, IBM, SAS, etc. And our NC State College of Engineering Career Fair is second largest in the US, and then the largest on the East Coast. So our students will have a lot of different opportunities when it comes to career opportunities. Okay, speaking of employers, all that, NC State is very conveniently located. It's very close to RTP, Research Triangle Park, which is the largest research park in the US. It's about 20 miles, that's about 20 kilometers away from our campus. And there are over 300 companies at RTP. So some of the companies you see here, Fidelity, Cisco, Biogen, Cree, Pfizer, LabCorp, Credit Suisse, SAS, Bayer, Deloitte, IBM, DuPont, all of them are located at RTP, Research Triangle Park. So our students have great opportunities, again, when it comes to job opportunities. And the ones in gray are the ones who had highest level of recruitment activities at NC State in the past few years. Okay, let me talk about required application materials. So first of all, you will apply and then complete the application, and then you'll pay $100 application fee. And then we require official college transcripts from every institution you attended. And the proof of English proficiency is required. You have many ways to meet the requirements. If you have English Composition 1 and 2 from different universities and colleges with a C or higher, you will meet the requirements. Also, you can submit TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo English tests along with the PTE. Duolingo is something new for us. We started to accept these tests since beginning of pandemic. So we will continue to accept a Duolingo English test. So you will be able to take the test and then prove English proficiency this way. Please note that all test scores have to come directly from the testing agency. We are not accepting test scores from students or scanned document. And the proof of financial ability, if you are seeking an F1 or J1 visa, you need to prove that you have financial means to study at NC State. Currently, we are looking at about $49,000 for you to show before we can issue the I-20. Okay, so if you have any college transcripts from outside of the US, we require that you provide a course-by-course evaluation by WES. So basically, WES will require that you provide official transcript, college transcript, and then they will do the course-by-course evaluation. Please understand that it's not document by document evaluation. It has to be course by course, and then WES will send a complete evaluation to us as long as you choose that you NC State as a destination, and then we do receive WES course by course electronically. So there's no worry about your evaluation getting lost or that. So this is for students only for college transcripts from outside of the US. So you don't need to worry about high school transcript. You may not even need to provide high school transcript. Depends on how many credits, college credits you have. Okay, application deadlines. So spring deadline already passed. So fall deadline, February 15th is the fall deadline, and then you will get decision by April 15th. And then please note that, there's no reason for you to just wait until the last minute to apply, because we really encourage to apply as early as possible, because it'll give us time to review application and let you know if there are any missing items. Some programs are not open for spring, it's only open for fall. So those are, physics, mathematics, or studio-based majors, architecture, industrial design, all that, along with statistics. So let me briefly talk about what we look for. So we look for your academic achievement and comparative transferable GPA. So all transfer students should have at least 30 transferable credits. And then, also including those specific coursework that, the colleges that you apply to are requiring. So meeting this recommendation does not necessarily mean that you're going to be admitted, but it will set you up to be considered a comparative applicant in our review process. Courses in progress will be considered, but those who actually have exceeded the recommended coursework will, for their major of interest prior to applying, will be considered more comparative. Again, we talked about English proficiency, so TOEFL 80 or higher, IELTS 6.5 or higher, or Duolingo 110 or higher will be required. Unless you have English, Composition 1 and 2 with a C or higher. Also, those, scores have sub-score requirements, so we encourage you to go to our website and check out all the sub-score requirements as well. Okay, so grades on recommended courses. Recommended courses are determined by the program, by your program of interest, and then we're looking for strong grades in that recommended courses. And extracurricular activities, obviously, this is going to be look different this year. We understand that, students may not have, opportunities to do it due to, the pandemic. So we'll take that into consideration. If you do have extracurricular activities, because of a heavy emphasis on academic preparation, enrichment activities like extracurricular activities should complement, the major you're applying for. So some of the examples of extracurricular activities would be, maybe part-time jobs that you held on campus, or, honor society, all that. Okay, we do look for, how much of interest you have in the program that you're applying for. So at NC State, you will apply into your major of interest directly on the admissions application. And we'll look for related courses, and activities that you have been involved in. Also, academic essay is required. What it means is that you have to, you have to write an essay about why you are choosing the major you are choosing. So that way we'll, know that, you are, how much actually you're interested in the major you're choosing, and then whether you, have done some research in the major, etc. So for me, that's, I guess I have actual more page. So we have lots of different transfer student resources. So out of many where you can find on our website, I just want to point out a couple of things here. So if you go to our website, you will see transfer credit equivalency. That sort of shows that, the courses you took at a institution, whether they will be transferred to NC State or not. We obviously, we have a lot more database for US colleges than overseas, but if you are currently in the US, you'll be able to find out that information. Also, our website, transfer website has recommendations for comparative applicants. I'd like for you to really take a close look at those recommended courses. So for instance, engineering, calculus 1, calculus 2, physics, chem, and the English recommended. So, basically, you want to have those courses done, preferably done, completed before you apply to NC State. So there are other resources that you can find on our website. And last page, where we know that you are not able to necessarily, come to campus, and then we went to the virtual space as well. So there are a wide range of, options you can, take advantage of in terms of virtual space. So we offer special topics, virtual sessions, and we do also information sessions for transfer students or international students. You can also do, one-on-one virtual appointment with the admissions counselors. There are many different ways for you to connect with the NC State. Of course, we also offer a virtual campus tour. So you can also connect with us through many different social media platforms. So we encourage you, take advantage of all those virtual opportunities that we offer. And then again, after Maria, does her presentation for UNCG Wilmington and Charlotte and Greensboro, we'll take questions and go with a Q&A live session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeong, and I'm gonna go ahead and open presentation. Okay. So right now I'm going to talk a little bit about UNCG, then talk about UNC Charlotte. And while I'm talking and explaining you about our universities, and I will also talk about the main practices and how you should prepare as an international student to enter the US university. So feel free to write down any information and make screenshots of it. And if there is any specific information or questions that you have, drop them in our Q&A chat box as well. Okay. So University of North Carolina at Greensboro is located in central North Carolina area in between Raleigh and Charlotte. It's a smaller city, so it provides a very safe environment for you to go ahead and study. The weather, as in North Carolina, in Jeong mentioned, is very mild. It has all 4 seasons, but we don't have a lot of snowfalls at all. There are several international airports, an hour to RDU Airport, 15 minutes to Greensboro Airport as well. There are lots of career opportunities for you if you choose to go to North Carolina universities, and UNCG is the same way as well. The university is 20,000 students, from whom they have 700 international students, 85 bachelor degree programs as well. Very, very beautiful campus. They're also very diverse. Thinking about that, with only 20,000 students, they have students that come from 93 countries, and they share their culture. They're well known for their annual international festival, where you can, as a student, participate as well. AACSB Accredited School of Business receives the highest level of accreditation, which is obtained by less than 5% business schools in the world. They are also a research institution too. And about Greensboro, they are very foodie culture. So if you are into it, you should consider it. They're very well known for their art, culture, theater, music, and you will see that UNCG has very established and well-known program within those majors as well. And you can see there are several shopping center, international market that can be accessible by bus from the campus that you can visit too, and try cuisine from your own country or from other countries as well. Okay. I talked about 85 different degrees program that you can choose for. There are so many more to visit their website if you are interested in particular program that you do not see here. And they also offer accelerated master's program. What does it mean? That you can actually finish bachelor degree and master's degree within 5 years. So once you enter your senior year and you have a good GPA, you can start taking your graduate level courses. The cool thing with that in most of the universities, you still pay undergraduate fee for your graduate level classes, and then you just take one additional year and you have a higher degree earned. So here on the screen, you can see some programs that UNCG offers within their accelerated programs. And it's also very easy to apply to University of North Carolina in Greensboro. You considered a transfer student if you have 24 credit hours or more, and they will look at your freshman documents like a high school academic performance as well if you have less than 24 credit hours. And you can apply to the university using their own website or common application. As with deadlines, for the spring, the deadline was October 1st, and for the fall, it's the priority deadline is March 1st, and July 1st is the regular deadline. So you have plenty of time to submit documents. However, if you have international documents, just know that it sometimes takes a lot of time to submit them and find official papers, so make sure that you plan accordingly. Very easy to meet English proficiency requirements. If you're coming from the country where English is primary and official language, you will not be required to submit any test scores. Or if you submitted one or more semesters at US high school or US college and you've been in good standing, you won't have to do TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo as well. And also, if you studied overseas in English, you will be eligible for English proficiency waiver too. They prefer GPA 2.5, but by North Carolina state requirements, our minimum GPA is 2.0. But you can see that averages are 3.3 to 3.5 as well. And some programs make sure that if you apply for some majors, they would require higher GPA, or they would ask for additional portfolio to submit. F1 visa holders are eligible for on-campus employment. That's through immigration and is relevant to all the universities that you will be applying to. You will be able to work part-time, and during your summer breaks, you might be eligible for CPT, OPTs, as internships. Those can be your full-time off-campus internships as well. Also, UNCG offers direct and conditional admissions too. And if you're coming and you need to learn a little bit more English, they have Interlink Language Institute for you. And the great advantages of the universities you can see is a very competitive cost of attendance. It's only $31,000, which is great compared to bigger cities that you go to. Okay. Another thing that I would like to mention, all three of our universities will require credit evaluation to be submitted if you attend universities abroad. And UNCG will accept any NACES accredited. NACES is the company of accreditation for those credit evaluation agencies. NC State will accept WES. WES is also part of the NACES accredited evaluation, has NACES accreditation too. And in order to apply, you will need to submit copies of your transcript. If you have any diplomas or degrees, you'll have to submit those as well. Scan of your passport, and of course, application fee. Several things I would like to talk about: the credential evaluation. It's great, and all our universities use those agencies because they allow the accuracy of cumulative GPA. They verify your official documents. So us as a university, when we look at it, we'll look at mostly your willingness to come, that we do not waste time looking at whether your documents are official or not. They've already been verified, so it's very easy. Your GPAs, they will do grading scale transition to US GPA as well. And some of the agencies, they also do translation. And the great thing is that if you're applying to several universities, you will just do one credential evaluation and then send it to multiple universities. You won't have to do it every single time or request official transcript from your university to be sent every single time you apply to different university. You can also do one credential evaluation and use it to go to your grad school, master's programs, PhD programs in the future too. So that definitely saves you a lot of time and money as well. It also allows us to do the correct transfer credit review. So some of the classes that you have taken abroad outside of the US might be taken by our institution and added towards your bachelor degree here in the US. So that's really great. And we use your GPA only for admission purposes. Once you come to our institutions, you will start from scratch. You will get your own GPA. Hey, let me know if you have any questions about that. And definitely another thing I want to mention, that academic life at US colleges is not everything that you will get. There are so many extracurricular activities, clubs, intramural sports, maybe Greek life, volunteering, something within your major, something with your hobbies, that you can find other friends, that you can find to fulfill yourself or help you with your future career as well. So definitely make sure to participate in those two. And a lot of clubs have transitioned to meeting virtually, so you can participate easily, even if you would decide to take classes online. Okay. There are some resources for you at UNC Greensboro, and some links, so make sure that you can take a picture of it or write down some information too. Okay, and hope you're gonna go ahead and join them. And I'm gonna proceed with my own presentation from UNC Charlotte. And just as UNCG and NC State were also very large universities, second largest in North Carolina. As of this year, we hit 30,000 student mark, which is a great milestone for us despite the pandemic. And we are very transfer friendly. We more than 4,000 transfer students join us each year. When you come to our campus, you will see that it's extremely modern. We have new facilities, we have new labs, we have new residence halls that you will definitely enjoy. For instance, we have new admissions building, we have several residence halls, we have new dining facility, we have one of the newest recreation centers, 5 floors with 2 swimming pools, cooking classes, weightlifting rooms, and things like that. The new science building is under construction as well. Yeah, and the great thing for us to be an urban university is that we have a connection with the city of Charlotte. We offer hands-on approach to teaching, and more than 90% of our students are actually being involved in experiential learning opportunities on campus and in the surrounding areas. Those might be your internships, co-ops, part-time jobs, international practicum trainings as well. Here on the screen, you see some of the companies that our students enjoy to intern and work with once they graduate. Okay. And of course, being located in the 15th largest city in the US gives you lots of advantages from having a public transportation. For instance, you can see on the bottom left corner is our links, which is a light trail. With your student ID, you will be able to use it for free and go to city center for all of your internship opportunities and also cultural events, sport events, maybe enjoy international cuisine. We have it all in Charlotte. Okay. Here at UNC Charlotte, we offer a range of majors as well, from undergraduate to terminal degrees in more than 170 fields. And we are well known for our contribution to innovation in business, computer science, engineering, bioinformatics, architecture, and many other fields. Some of the unique programs I want just to point out that we offer would be a data science major, meteorology. That's something that you're interested in. We have a great cybersecurity, gaming programs, and of course, a motorsports engineering, since Charlotte is the home of NASCAR. Okay. Yeah, even we had to downsize a little bit in terms of our diversity due to pandemic, but we still offer programs from 87 countries, and 1,600 international students come through to us. We have a lot of international student resources that you can enjoy. For instance, in virtual setting, we have virtual trivia nights, but you also can join International Campus Connection Club, where students can help you to navigate through the university in Charlotte when you come here, so you definitely won't feel yourself alone. I briefly wanted to mention on some of our competitive majors. So business will require 2.5 GPAs, 2.5 GPA within your business prerequisite classes if you will take any. Computer science 2.5, and CISO better in your computer science classes. College algebra is required. Engineering 2.5 unless you're going to mechanical engineering, and make sure to have your calculus completed prior to coming. Otherwise, I will admit you first as undecided for you to complete those math and science classes prior to jumping to your engineering courses. And nursing is one of our more competitive major. That's just to get to pre-nursing requires 3.0 and BSO Beta in nursing science classes. Briefly about transfer admissions process: submit application through our website. There is $80 application fee. We'll ask for your proof of high school graduation that you just submit to us. Can be your diploma or degree certificate. We'll ask you for a credential evaluation if you attended a foreign institution or just US college transcript. English proficiency also can be met if you attend US college and have 24 credits in humanities or English and have 24 credits and 6 credits in English and humanities as well. Essays and letters of recommendations are not required, and we also admit students throughout the year. For spring semester is November 15th deadline. For fall is July 1st. Okay. Couple tips I wanted to share prior to moving to Q&A session. Definitely when you're choosing the college, select the program that you apply to, but also look at what is the college is about. Is it a large institution or you prefer small institution? Urban versus rural, private versus public, all those have different offer different things, and there is not one perfect university for all, so choose something that you're more comfortable with. International students definitely will be looking at scholarships as well and financial support. At UNC Charlotte, you will apply at scholarships.uncc.edu October through March. And those funds are dispersed for the next academic year. Those are the small ones, so definitely make sure to look at external scholarships and opportunities as well. Definitely plan early. For instance, if you need to do credential evaluation, it might take a month or two to submit it to us, so make sure to do that. You might be required to do English proficiency tests, so make sure to prepare for that. Or even at UNC Charlotte, we offer, if you're currently at the community college and not planning to transfer in the next semester or a year, we can help you in selecting community college classes that will transfer to UNC Charlotte and be part of your degree, so you will not waste your time and be able to graduate within 4 years as well. So definitely use those resources. Understand the submission process and connect with admissions counselors too. I will pass the mic to Jiong to facilitate Q&A session, but take your time and write down our emails and phone numbers and ask us questions if you have anything else after our presentation.
Thank you, Maria, for your wonderful presentations for UNC Greensboro and Charlotte. And again, as a reminder, if you have any questions, you can actually submit your questions via Q&A box located at the bottom of your screen. And we are here to answer any questions you might have in terms of transfer application, or if you have just general questions about universities or student life, also you can submit those questions as well.
Yeah. I just want to add while we wait for other students to participate, for instance, the most frequently asked questions for us, what classes do transfer? And here at UNC Charlotte, we will transfer all of your college level classes where you received C or better. Okay, so there is a small caveat when we transfer foreign credits, because some of the foreign credits we may not know what topics you covered within the subject and which ones are not. So once you are admitted, departments and universities might look at your syllabus and curriculum to award you major specific credit for it.
Okay, so thank you, Maria, for sharing the information. Very similar to what you do at NC State. You know, many credits you took in the US, you know, will be transferable, but foreign transcript, you know, can be a little bit tricky. So, you know, once you're admitted, you know, just like UNC Charlotte, you will be your academic advisor. That's where, you know, course by course evaluation comes in, and your academic advisor will, you know, work with you to determine if, you know, those credits will be transferable, if so, how many credits will be, you know, considered to be transferable or that. So Maria, there's questions. If a student graduates from a high school in North Carolina and transfer from a community college, so I guess a student graduated from high school in North Carolina and went to community college in North Carolina, and if that student applies to UNC Charlotte, will the student be considered international and student is a political asylum seeker?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So once you apply for political asylum at the US, for our own purposes, you will be considered a domestic student. However, different universities might differ in terms of how they will review it. And since you don't have any foreign documents, so for us, yes, you will submit the same documents as other domestic students would.
Right, great. Yes, technically that insists that every student who is not US citizen and permanent resident is considered to be international, but there might be some different nuances because of your unique situation. So we, you know, encourage you to contact, you know, our admissions office with the more detailed information. So we work, you know, we can give you accurate information about, depending on your situation, what documents will be needed, all that. So, you know, probably it's a good idea for you to contact university you're interested in applying to make sure that, you know, you understand their policy, all that. Great. So as we wait for more questions to come in, so what other questions do you usually get, Maria? Do you have any more frequently asked questions that you get?
Yes, a lot of students ask about the documents that they need to submit, how they need to submit. That's why we spend a little bit big portion of our presentation emphasizing that if you have any foreign documents, do the credential evaluation. WES is a great organization. Please use it if you'd like to, and work with them. So we will not have any issues to transfer your credits and add some more classes, because although yes, it's expensive to do the credential evaluation, but classes at US universities are even more expensive. So you can minimize and shorter your time of graduation by that. And if you are on a visa, another thing, I would say once you are admitted, you will go through I-20 process. And if you currently attending North Carolina college, what you will do, you will apply for an I-20, submit those forms, and you will also have to then transfer your civis record to our international office as well. So definitely remember that you will do that at the end of your studies.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Maria, you made a really good point about course by course evaluation. I also hear from sometimes that, oh, it is expensive, why do I have to do this? But it's really in your best interest to do it, because that's how your university can determine, if, or how many credits will be transferable. So I know that it, costs upfront, but, eventually you'll end up saving money in the end, because you may actually be able to transfer some of your courses, to US institution. Okay, another question came in. So if a student meets English proficiency requirement and visa requirement, so I guess, basically the student is asking question that, would I be, disadvantaged? It'll be harder for me to admit it because I'm an international student in comparison to US citizens.
Yeah, at UNC Charlotte, we will not look at your immigration status when we're looking at your academic profile. It will be the same. So, for instance, hey, if you meet computer science requirements of your 2.5 GPA, you have college algebra completed, and if you have taken any computer science classes previously and have CISO better, then you are in. It's the same for domestic, the same for international, and it's the great thing about transfer admissions that it's very transparent. It's more black and white rather than freshman admission here at UNC Charlotte.
Oh, definitely, yes. Same for NC State. I'm sure it's very similar to UNC, Greensboro as well. Mm-hmm. So it's really about how competitive you are as an applicant, not really where you come from or that. I mean, as a matter of fact, we really welcome international students, right? And then we celebrate all the diversity and different perspectives that our international bring to our campuses. So it's about, your competitiveness, whether you have met the requirements and all that. It's not about, you are not going to have disadvantage, in terms of our review process, just because, you are not US citizen. Okay, if we have a couple more minutes, so if you have, a question that you'd like to submit before the session ends, please do so now. So to use the last 2 minutes, so Maria, can you tell me, what do you enjoy the most about working at UNC Charlotte?
Oh, I hope that's not a tricky question, Gia. So yes, so the great thing is obviously students, you are supported, and sometimes when you are very lost in the process and there are so many documents that you have to submit, just know that there are people that who have been in your shoes, who do understand what you're going through, who had the same anxiety like you many years before, and we're here to support you. And I love communicating with different students, helping them, and knowing that, hey, in the classroom setting, you will be with other US citizens, you will be with other international students, and you will learn so much more, but also you will be able to share your knowledge with our local students as well. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, Carol is not able to be here today, but all three of us, you know, we are in the field that we are in because we love working with international students. We love to support you so that you can be successful, you know, both academically, socially, you know, personally. And, you know, please use us as your resources and as you navigate, you know, application process, you know, college search, because we are indeed here so that, you know, we can assist you. That's our job. And we do this because we love doing it. So I hope that, you know, you will contact us with any questions you may have, because we will be happy to assist you with, you know, any questions you may have. Okay, great. I think it's 11:45. We were informed that we need to, you know, finish it on time. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, this was a really informative session, and we definitely appreciate what you have shared with us. Just wanted to let the students know, thank you for joining us. There is a quick survey that's available after you close this window. It's only 4 questions, and we appreciate you completing it once you're finished if you're able to do so. If you want to sign up for more sessions, you can visit CACRAO.org. That's CACRAO.org, CACRAO.org. Also, a recording will be available of this session on the CACRAO.org website. Panelists, we really appreciate the information that you shared and how comfortable you made everyone. And thank you for explaining things the way that you all did. So I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you for attending this session.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Stay safe.
Y'all as well.
Thank you.